Hey again. Today I'm going to take the Sprinter Trueno to the Nordschleife without any assists on. I don't have an H-pad, but I do have paddle shifts. And I do have a clutch, but I'm not going to use a clutch with paddle shifts, so I'm just going to use the good old paddle shifts on this. And I'm going to test this car, the AE86, at the Nordschleife, see what kind of time I could do. I honestly think this car is still beautiful. When you look at it, a car that's this old, from the time it was, the 80s, I think it still looks beautiful. Maybe it's because I did have a Corolla from the 80s, it was my first car, but I think this car is just, I don't know, I would love to have one. Let's make, ooh! Man, that sounds good. Alright, let's get going. Oh man, that sounds so good. I bet you it's gonna be drifty. Maybe not. Oh boy. I feel like the DLC cars on Project Cars 3 do have a bit better force feedback than the cars that came with the game. Still can't feel the road though. That's the biggest problem with this game to me. You can't feel bumps or anything, you just feel like the weight of the steering, but not the road itself. Alright, so far so good. It's pretty fun to drive. Almost maxed out. I'll slow down here because it's probably going to slide out. This, gotta admit. Sometimes it's these smaller, older cars that are fun to drive, even more so than the newer cars. This car just sounds so good. My goodness gracious, I love the sound of it. It handles really well. Even without assists, I'm not having much trouble with it. I know this game is not like full sim, and the tire model is pretty crap. There's no tire model at all. You get what you get. But still with that, it does feel really legit. Like, I still think this game is not an arcade. Like, some people say it's an arcade. No, it's a simcade. Let's be realistic. An arcade does not drive even close to this. Need for Speed and like even the Crew I would consider more of an arcade, even though it's more like an RPG racer. But yeah, like Need for Speed is an arcade game. Gran Turismo, Project Cars 3 are simulators with a few arcade components in them, and that is the reality of it. I still consider these games sims. Just not hardcore. ACC is more of a hardcore, and AC. And for the PC, R Factor, iRacing, and stuff like that. I've never played iRacing, I've played the others, but those are more realistic. I would like to try out Mobilista too, but I wonder if they're going to release it on console. I know that it's been pretty successful on computers. And I do know as well that it's not as good as Assetto Corsa or even R Factor in terms of how realistic it feels. Let's go, Toyota. Uphill, it's not very powerful, but whatever. It's doing a decent time so far. 4 minutes, considering where I am at the track. I would actually love to go to the Nordschleife one day, but I wouldn't really push the car too much, because this track, man, one wrong move and you either die or you wreck the car. I don't know why I downshifted there. Man, this car does handle frickin' well. I love it. Take the inside-y part with this one, but see, like, it's not the easiest thing to do. Sometimes it like slides out. It's probably gonna do like 9 minutes. No, maybe not 9, maybe 8. It's slow on the straights, like it's really good on like curving and stuff, this car, but on the straights it's like not the best thing ever. Not very fast, but come on, it's from the 80s. Man, I love the sound of it. It's just like amazing. Is super fun. On like a smaller track with a lot of curves, this must be amazing. Like, it's so fun on the Nordschleife. And you can floor it with no problem because it's not the fastest thing ever, so it's like easy to control. Loving this. I gotta admit, if you have this game and you don't have the DLC, it's almost worth getting the DLC just for this. See, I bought the whole package with the deluxe edition that included everything. So at the end of the day, I'm getting like nice cars now. I just don't get that full simulation that I was kind of hoping for. Before they announced the game. I was hoping for like an improvement on Project Cars 2, which didn't happen. But I mean, it's still fun. Yeah, I'm gonna do, I guess, 8 minutes, something like that. Maybe high 7s, which is not bad. Let's take another look at this beast. Like, look at that thing. Like, I love how this car looks. I do like a lot of retro cars. I'm not a big fan of 80s and 90s cars. I think they were too square. But like, and even 70s, forget those. But like 60s cars, 50s, 60s, I like those designs, like those very retro cars. And then 80s and 90s had a few nice cars, but there was a lot of ugly. Like, I think the average like daily driver car was ugly. Then the sports cars were decent. What am I gonna do here? 8 minutes? 8 minutes, maybe 3 seconds, I'm guessing. 8 minutes, 3 seconds. Alright, I'll take it. I like it. Yeah. Fucking fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please sub and stay safe out there, please.